Good morning, everybody. The .NET ratings are in, and I have been here, got the over-the-top hat on, been crunching some numbers, and it turns out the people of .NET and my feelings on the shows are pretty similar. There was a couple of shows here I notched down as I felt like maybe they rated a little low, and then only one that I felt like, okay, this show's rated a little high by the people. And it is nice to see ratings back. Although a part of me didn't miss them. It was kind of nice that there was no rating there. Then there was a brief time where it appeared they were only allowing if you attended the show to give it a rating, which that seemed like a horrible idea. But we seem to be back to where everybody is able, and there's a very long blog post, several series long blog post about the ratings. I lost a little bit of interest on exactly how and what they're doing here, how they're coming to this, but the number's still there. And I guess we're supposed to be able to trust the number a little bit more now. Something about fluffers and bombers. We know all about those people, don't we? All right. So, what was the over? I'll start with the one show that I felt like was a little bit overrated, and it was one of the higher rated shows of the summer. August 9th, Bethel Woods got a 4.52. I don't even like the 5-point rating, really. I just don't know if 5 points is enough, especially if they're not going to give us a half a point. I mean, very few shows are going to be a 5. I don't know if there was a 5 this summer, but there was certainly like a 4.5. Like, I don't want to give a show, like, I wouldn't want to give Deer Creek 4 a 4 or a 5. And as you can see, it landed the rating 4.55. So I think a half a point would be a nice addition to the rating system. And I know they're probably like, yeah, that's not going to be easy to do. This website, there's a lot going on, man. I don't know. I'm sure that wouldn't be just as simple as adding a half a point to their rating system, but it sure would be nice. I agree. Don't you agree that a half a point would be nice in the ratings? And then, where were we? So, okay, Bethel Woods was really the only show I thought they had overrated. Maybe a little bit high on night 2 of Magna Green, Mond Green, Magna Green, Mond Green, Magna Green. That'd been a cool name, Mondball. So the only highest rated, a little bit overrated was night number 2, and I feel like that was the late night set that really, really pushed that one up. And then my beef with Bethel, it was just all set closers. Yeah, there was a cool My Friend that jammed. No Men in No Man's Land was actually okay. But the first set was just full of like Cavern, First Tube, Julius, Character Zero, Bug. I mean, even No Men in No Man's Land can close a set. It was just like that was the night where the lead balloons were down there on the rail, though. Everybody was just standing there, like, not really seeming like they were enjoying it or something. So just the band kept hitting them. Well, maybe Cavern, maybe First Tube, maybe Character Zero, maybe Julius. What's it going to take to get these people worked up? So I felt like a 4.52 was a bit high for that show. In fact, night number 2, a 3.76, even perhaps a bit low. I feel like maybe I would have just given every Bethel show like maybe that first one I would have given a little bit lower. I don't even know. See, it's hard for me to put a number on these. Like a 3.7 seems a tad low. Like if we're going with a grading system, that's below a B. I don't know if those shows were C's. I don't know if any show was an A plus though. I think the ratings kind of show that like all the shows were pretty good. There was a couple that were not so great. I thought Mansfield 2 got a little bit of a low rating. Even a 4.43 for night 1 of what are we calling it here? Magna Green. Mondball. Even night 1 of Mondball getting a 4.43 was just a tad low. I would have given that a 4.5. And then I probably would have given the second night a 4, but then you got to include the late night set. I think I would have excluded the late night set and put that on its own and maybe given it a 5. 4.75. It did take a while to get going. Nothing was a 5 this summer, I don't believe. Then you got night 3 of Mondball, which I agree probably was the best of the 3 in my opinion. .NET agreed, a 4.64. In fact, I believe the highest rated show of the summer was night 3. Night 4, day 4. I know a lot of people were like, you're crazy. .NET seems to agree. 3.4, lowest rated show of the summer. I feel a little bit vindicated there by being a little disappointed in that show. Wasn't mad at anybody, wasn't blaming anybody, wasn't pointing fingers. Just a little bit, a 3.4. Like I said, at Mansfield a little low. Mansfield won a 4.1. They gave Sunday Mansfield was awesome. Now Alpine took a beating. Alpine had one of the lowest rated shows of the summer, Sunday Alpine, and that was a little bit lackluster this year. Although it was really just the Sunday. The other two shows weren't bad, and they got decent ratings. But Deer Creek, they gave night 1 a 4.08. That's a little bit low to me. And then night 2, 4.46. Night 3, 4.55. Oh, and then Grand Rapids was the other one I wrote down. A show that I liked, was in my top tier of shows, and then it was almost a 4.5, 4.46. So for the most part, I kind of agreed with everything on .net, and .net pretty much agreed with me. So, a little bit low on the first night of Mondball, a little bit high on the second night of Mondball. A little bit low on day 2 of Mansfield, a little bit high on night 1 of Bethel. Perfect on Grand Rapids, perfect on night 3 of, then we get to St. Louis, night 1, perfect rating, night 2, perfect rating, 3.91 for night 2, 4.46 for night 1. Yeah, all right, and I did think Sunday Alpine was, one of my least favorite shows. Night 2 of Bethel was, night 1 and 2 of Bethel. I don't know, just night 1 of Bethel is the one that's really got me. That one was very overrated by you chompers. I mean, that was nothing but chomper anthems in the first set, and you guys got it as one of the highest rated shows of the summer. Boom, we're out of here. So that was my beef with Bethel. St. Louis 1 was a very good show. I think that was the one thing I got pushed back on a little bit in my recap. Multiple people were like, St. Louis 1, which I did say nice things about St. Louis 1, but there was just so many good shows that were all right around that, 4.5 area, including St. Louis. But I had the Deer Creek ahead of it. I had the maybe I would replace Mansfield 1 in my top 6 or 7. I think I listed 7 shows. Perhaps I would replace Mansfield 1 with St. Louis 1. Although I really did like Mansfield 1. I really like St. Louis 1. I really like Deer Creek 3. I really like Mondgreen 1 and 3. All right, guys, it's tough. It's tough. There's so many good shows, all about the same amount of goodness. And luckily, we only got a couple that were below a 4. That 3.4 for Alpine. Ooh, really sticking it to it. Considering night 2. All right, I've talked too long. I've just been going in circles. They should play that song again. What was that song Trey played for a while? Will It Go Round in Circles? Round Circles? It was like it was a cover song. I don't remember. Will it go round in circles? It's probably not how it goes. What about Spread It Round? Are we ever going to get another Spread It Round? Probably not at Dick's. We got Dick's coming. Got bad news for Dick's. Got a lot of good news with Dick's, but I do got one piece of bad news for Dick's. We will save that for the Dick's preview. All right. Well, goodbye. Boom. You do get a boom. What was this rating? What was this? The .net ratings video? Boom. The ratings are in. Boom. The people have spoken. Boom. Love you guys. Boom.